Boston Bruins are on pace to break records. The NFL offseason is filled with excitement. I mean, it's breaking news everywhere. I can't even keep track. It's March Madness, and the Duke Blue Devils look legit. We got a show for you. Now, theme music, please. Welcome to the Unbiased Podcast, where we take an unbiased look into the biased world of sports. But y'all know, it's more than one side of the story. And I can't tell it by myself. So I need my homies to help me. I got Ty, I got Karen. What's good, fellas?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I can't call it. I might spoil
it. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Oh, man. So let's start on the ice where the Boston Bruins are the fastest team to 50 wins in NHL history. But is this all smoke and mirrors? So, Cam, let's start this off in your corner. Let's enter Cam's corner. All right. So there are some teams that were feared on the ice. You know, just teams people really didn't want to play. Wayne Gretzky's teams, the old Edmonton teams, that Tampa Bay Lightning team that went to 3 straight finals. Or there's teams that are envied just because of their superior talent. Like those teams that Patrick Kane was on with Blackhawks or Sidney Crosby's. I still have hatred in my heart for Sidney Crosby. So, Cam, let's have a chat. How good are Boston Bruins? Which stratosphere are they in? Are they a team that's feared on the ice, or are they a team that's envied because they're just better than everybody else?
I think it's to some it's both. Because Boston, not just hockey, man, just Boston has that atmosphere. The Celtics, the Red Sox, the Bruins. I mean, they have the Patriots, very rich culture in winning, man. So I think a lot of people don't like Boston because the city of Boston, they win. But man, the Bruins are just they're just an iconic team, man. Even if you don't watch hockey, you know who the Bruins are. You know what I mean? This year, dude, this is a good squad. This is a really good squad. Their goalie, Eunice Olmark, he's got a 33-4 record on the year. I think he's going to end up winning the Vezina Trophy, best goalie trophy. He's had the best save percentage, best goals against average, highest 5-on-5 save percentage, and he's also scored a goal this year. So that kind of just the tip of the iceberg for he should win this award, right? Their backup, Jeremy Swayman, he's 16-6 on the season. I mean, if he's winning like that, it's all right. If he's just a backup, man, that's a great backup to have, in my opinion. Pasternak, he's been there, since 2014. He's been a big name in hockey, man. He scores a lot of assists. He's kind of, their big time player. Also, Brad Marchand, he's been there long time, man. Long time Boston guy. He's a vet. Won a Stanley Cup with him back in 2011. Also, Bergeron. A lot of people know Bergeron. Bergeron's been there longer than Marchand. Also, got that veteran Stanley Cup. Season in there with him, but they got a few injured players that have benefited them. Good defensive men. I don't know, man. I think the and they don't win those games. They've last year they lost Game 7 of the first round with the Hurricanes back in 2019 against none other than the St. Louis Blues. Stanley Cup Game 7, that was a great series. that game 7 game was something that I definitely forgot because I was having a little too much fun that night. Uh, but yeah, dude, I mean, I think this could be it could be up there as one of the best teams that Boston has ever had. But they've got to win. They have to win a Stanley Cup to prove that.
Yeah. So and let's mind you, the last team that won the President's Trophy being the goes to the highest regular season winning percentage team. That was Florida last year. They got smoked that second round of playoffs. So um, it just when you're that good, you're going to have people come at you. There's going to be teams that's going to give you their best, and I'm not saying teams is not giving their best, but they want to be the team that knock off the Bruins, knock off the President's Trophy winning squad, especially if they get that 63 wins and they get that record. So Boston is on the record, on pace to have 63 wins, which would be NHL record, and 132 points, which would tie Tampa Bay's record. I I think you're right. They they definitely got to win. They definitely have to win. If not, this is going to be 2007 New England all over again.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got a really good bench too. They're deep. Every line can score on this team. I mean, just everybody. You got Taylor Hall who's out. Taylor Hall's always been a very good. I mean, he's never been a star player, but he's always been. He's good at assists. He can score here and there. He's been a great role player, but I think he's going to make a big impact whenever he comes back. And then, like I said, man, I mean, it's just a good team, man. It's hard to not like this team, man. They're exciting to watch, bro.
As long as ain't the Penguins, we're good. Like I said, I got strict beef with Sidney Crosby and the Penguins. The Boston
Yeah.
Bruins, that's a Boston team that I can deal with. The Patriots. Actually, I'm
What's up with
actually
all
cool
y'all,
with the
man?
Celtics. I love Jason Tatum, but the Patriots and the Red Sox. Oh my god. Oh my.
What y'all Boston haters, man? Y'all be hating.
No, no, no,
You,
no.
the producer, everybody just a hater.
We'll call it what you want to call it. But as we're gearing it up for the NHL playoffs, the NFL offseason is just getting started. So let's dive right in, shall we? Now, we won't break down everything that happened in the past couple days. Not today's episode. You'll have to catch us back later on for another episode for that. But we're going to start off with the trade of the number one pick. Cam's going to break down the details of the trade between Chicago and Carolina because he's the one who broke it to us in the group chat. And then Ty will tell us who won this trade.
Yeah, man. So Chicago Bears giving up that number one overall pick. Uh, Panthers are giving it up. So that means that Chicago's going to drop down to the ninth pick of this draft. They will also get the 61st overall pick of this draft. A first rounder in 2024, a second rounder in 2025, and also wide receiver DJ Moore, who is in is I can't believe he was part of this trade. Honestly,
That's just not even fair.
bro. I mean,
That
It's
sounds
just
like
not
an
even
that
fair.
is
overhaul.
It's like, hey, let me
that,
give you
that
my house, my car, my wife, and my kid, and you just give me, a couple dollars, and we'll call it even.
yeah, yeah. We'll call it even. Yeah,
It's
dude.
not
That's
fair.
a honestly though. I mean, thinking about DJ Moore just as a player and thinking that like, dang, dude, this is a young, really good wide receiver. Um, Probably one of the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL. Um, and bro, just to think that he was part of that, it just kind of blows my mind. Like that's insane. Um, but I think it was pretty good on both teams.
So I think I think Chicago hit a home run with this one. Because you get Justin Fields a number one target, And now you don't have to do away with Darnell Mooney. You can throw him over in the slot. If you want to keep Chase Claypool, you can. I would personally see what the market is for him and see what I can get for him. Or if you want to re-sign him, that's fine. But now Chicago is building up for the future. And they made some signs on defense, try to shore up the defense, and now they're going to load up Justin Fields with some weapons. Hey, let's go through it. Josh Allen, he was mediocre at best before Steph Diggs came into play. Tua looked like a whole different person when Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle was on the field. And even though Joe Burrow was hurt, but when he got Jamar Chase, these guys went to the Super Bowl. So that wide receiver, we're going to see what type of quarterback Justin Fields really is. I think the Bears won because we don't know what the Panthers are thinking about with the draft.
Right.
With that being said, who would you draft now that the Panthers are going for a quarterback? That's obvious. Actually, breaking news, the Panthers signed Andy Dalton to a 2-year deal. So I guess because Sam Darnold left, he's going to be a backup or an injury quarterback in San Fran. So they brought in Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton had 14 starts last year and decent solid numbers. So I guess he can be a veteran backup. But whoever's drafted, Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, they're going to be plugged in for day one, at least in my opinion. So who you drafting? Who you drafting with the pick?
I would probably take. Honestly, man, I would probably take Bryce Young. If I had to pick out of those two, it's going to be Bryce Young. I know he's a little short, but I mean, I don't know, man. I just the kid is just talented, man. C.J. Stroud played his ass off. You know, he played a great game against Georgia this year. In that playoff game, but I don't know. Bryce Young is just like he's done that over and over and over and over, and he's done it in the SEC. So I would take him.
I'm gonna be biased, just a little bit, okay? It's a little bit. I'm gonna just be a little biased. Roll Tide, baby. Come on now. What you think I'm gonna do? What you think I'm gonna do? I got to pick my boy, bro. When he's on the field, bro, it's like watching the artist paint, bro. It's just a beautiful art of work, bro. I just be looking stunned, like how's he doing this every day? It's every day, bro. He at this point he's prime and ready to take that next step. Does he got things to work on? Of course, everybody does, but he's plug and play, bro. It's put him in the system and let him work. I'm trying to tell you, he gonna work. That's what you won't have to worry about. He's a quarterback who's willing to put the work in. Come on, man. Can't pick nobody else.
I like C.J. Stroud, but for what the Panthers want to do, and for the guy that Frank Reich is, and if they want to continue some of that success they had running the ball and being able to do that, I think you have to do that with someone like Bryce Young. Now, had this been Indianapolis that grabbed that number one pick, or even Houston, then I would have said all day, every day, it's C.J. Stroud. But for what Carolina wants to do and for the personnel that they have right now, and it's upsetting that they let their number one receiver go, but Bryce Young is a dude. He checked into the combine right under 5'10", or right about 5'10", 204.
He's shorter than me.
He has I see a lot of Drew Brees with him when he's inside the pocket and he's accurate. He can launch that thing, and he's not the quickest. He's not the quickest, but when he gets outside the pocket, he moves in the pocket almost like a Tony Romo. But when he gets outside the pocket, he has that agile, like that sneaky quickness that before the leg injury Alex Smith had when he was playing in KC and really exercising all his abilities. So he's got the package. I really like Bryce Young. And that's not taking anything away from Stroud. The thing is with Stroud is it's just not this system. I don't know if the Panthers are the right system for him. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, with the number 2 pick, Houston, do your thing. Go get him. But if Bryce Young can be that guy, if Bryce Young can go be that guy, then this was a great trade for everybody involved.
Yeah, honestly. But as of right now...
And another good thing. Sorry, bro. I didn't know you were still talking. My fault.
You good,
bro. What I was saying was, Carolina still got the number 40th pick. They can, bro. Wide receivers are everywhere, everywhere. Man, if you want to go ahead and get that quarterback, wide receiver, new faces of the franchise right there. Go ahead and pick another one up at 40. I don't know. That's why I say I think it was pretty good. It was pretty good on the trade, man, especially on Carolina's on their part, man, because they're going to go ahead and go get that quarterback at number 1, and then at number 40, boom, busting out a wide receiver if that's what they want, obviously. But I think that's the way that I would do it if I'm letting go my wide receiver 1,
Yeah. We see this all the time. We see this all the time with draft day deals. Remember that 2004 the Eli Manning deal where he gets traded before he even steps on the field. So and then Washington overhauled all their picks to go get their guy in RG3 back in 2012. Get him on Rookie of the Year. So I feel it. And San Fran did it a couple years ago to get Trey Lance. So I feel it. If that's your guy, if you feel like Bryce Young is your guy, CJ Stroud, whoever they draft at first, those should be the only 2. Any other quarterback they draft, just go ahead and throw that away. But if that's your guy, go out there and get him. And the Bears, they knew what they wanted. They knew that they had their guy at Justin Fields, and I respect it. I respect that they're giving the keys to Justin. Like, yo, bro, we're gonna make sure we're gonna give you a fighting chance.
They better. They better get him a line.
Yeah, I sure hope they spend that number 9 pick on some help up front.
Because for real, he can't throw the ball on his ass. He ain't Patrick. Going down, throw the ball.
So Odell Beckham Jr. had a workout Friday in Arizona. He looked healthy, and there were some teams in talks with the 3-time Pro Bowl receiver. Those teams include the New York Giants, recently the New York Jets, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots, and recently Kansas City Chiefs. So Cam, tell me, where's the best fit for OBJ?
I think out of that list, I think it would be pretty.
Any fit that you seen fit for OBJ?
Well, I like the Saints, man. I got a notification today, so the Saints were keeping Michael Thomas. So that lets you know, hey, there's another star wide receiver there that, if he's trying to be the number 1, then that's not his place. But I know before he went to the Rams, he was talking about he wanted championships. And that's why I say, I know Derek Carr, we talked about him being, not the greatest quarterback. He hasn't won a playoff game, blah, blah, blah. But he's in a new system. Michael Thomas is staying. They know defense. The Saints know defense. That's a great defense. We talked about it last week. The Saints probably can make a playoff push. But you got the Patriots. Everybody knows Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick can coach his ass off. You got Devontae Parker there, but you don't know your quarterback position. But I don't know, man. A reunion with the Giants would be pretty cool too, though.
I'm throwing the flag on this one.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my flag. Damn it! Where is the flag?
Hold on. I'm not saying that he's gonna likely be there. I'm just saying it'd be cool for the reunion, bro. I like seeing the reunion stuff, man.
Damn all that, because I'm finna. Y'all always say some funny shit on this show, man. It's just
So what's team the best fit for him then?
the Saints. Did you say the Saints? They have one person on their team. I keep saying this every time we talk about the Saints. They have Alvin Kamara, and that is all. That is it. That is all. Okay. I don't want to hear nothing about the Saints until they rebuild their entire organization, because they just ain't nothing they can do. Ain't nothing I can say to make them do nothing. Ain't nothing anybody can say to make them do nothing even better. It's just they just the same team every year. They ain't never bad. They ain't never good though. I mean, yeah, all right.
So what team does OBJ fit on?
Does he fit on? OBJ fits anywhere. He's a weapon. You know what I mean?
Let me
you put it in
rephrase
the
the question. Which team is the best fit for OBJ?
I'm gonna answer your question. I promise. I promise. But he's a weapon.
You better not say the Cowboys, bro.
Anyway, look, man. Before I would have said Dallas because we needed him, and we still could use him. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, he's a weapon. Anywhere you put him, he's going to show up. But I mean, I really think, and everybody gonna hate me for this, I think he should go to Buffalo, if possible. Man, I seeing that together, bro, I just think that'd be like the perfect team. You add OBJ to that team, all you're doing is adding another weapon. Diggs, pick your poison. Which one you want?
Man, that Bills is intriguing. And I like, and don't worry about what he talking about. The Saints choice was a very solid choice.
You get out of here too.
but you said something very intriguing. The Giants have made some moves, so now it looks more attractive to OBJ. Like Saquon's still there balling. Daniel Jones is understanding the game a little better now. They just made a trade for Darren Waller. They're reassuring their defense. All four teams in the NFC East have made some moves. A couple more teams aggressive than the others. Those two teams being the Giants and Cowboys more aggressive than the Eagles and Commanders. But I think the Giants are gearing up because you can't win the NFC East twice in a row. And ain't nobody, they haven't done it since 2004. So that means it's time for the Giants or Cowboys to take the East. Notice I didn't say the Commanders. That's because Sam Howell's a starting quarterback. So it's time for the Giants and Cowboys to take the East, and they're acting like it. So I think he just looks dominant in giant blue. So it just makes sense. But if it is true, what we've been hearing about Aaron Rodgers, and you know how he always get his way, he might be in New York and just be on the wrong squad.
I'm gonna say this.
I will.
No. If I'm OBJ, ain't no way in hell I'm going to say Daniel Jones is my quarterback again. Ain't no way in hell.
There's one thing that y'all forgetting though, man. Where did he go to college?
He went to college to LSU.
Where the Saints play? Come on, man. Come on, man. Either way, man, I feel a reunion of some type coming with Odell. It's either going to be with the Saints or it's going to be with the Giants.
Well, send them to some LSU boys and send them over there with Joe Burrow then.
Hey, there you go.
That'd be dirty.
The Los Angeles Rams are trading 3-time NFL All-Pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey for a 2023 third-round pick and tight end Hunter Long. So Ty, tell me how significant is this trade?
It's the best thing could have happened. It's the best thing could have happened, man. I mean, team needs help on defense. You know what I mean? And ain't nothing you can do about it when he back there. I mean, you add him to the team that they already have. Their defense is already solid. You know what I mean? Their secondary isn't bad. Offensively, if we can get two on board and stay healthy, man, this is a playoff team.
Mhm.
Easy, easy second round. You know what I mean? And maybe farther. That's that's just what it is.
Man, Jalen Ramsey, Florida State, Jacksonville,
Mhm.
coming back to Miami. Jalen Ramsey wants to be in Florida, man. It don't matter what team he's playing for. He wants to be in Florida, right?
That what it
Yo,
is.
Man, bro,
that's
but
what it
this
is.
this this trade, bro, it's like last year the Rams were like, "Oh, we want to win a Super Bowl."
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
I'm not last year. I'm sorry, year before this past year.
Mhm.
And then they come out, they get Matt Stafford, they go and win, right? And then they come out this year and are just atrocious in every aspect. And then they sit there and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna give up one of our best players." Oh, and let's get not shit for him. I don't understand this trade, bro, at all. At all.
But hey,
Oh man, we call that trade rate round from. According to
yeah,
sources, it was to overhaul the contract. You could have just restructured the man contract to whatever, man. But Miami is about to be a powerhouse because they got Xavier Howard on the opposite side, and Xavier Howard can cover your number one. He can travel your number one receiver all game long. Here's the thing. I think Jalen Ramsey's been playing the incorrect position in LA. Like when he's playing a hybrid safety role, because Jalen Ramsey plays more of a safety role. He
yeah,
plays it in the box. He plays the run. He's very physical, and he's got great breakaway speed, and he'll go up there and center field the ball. So he's a great in that hybrid like nickel corner, free safety, slot corner position. So, and I think with Vic Fangio, they're going to put him right where he belongs. They're going to see that he did some of it in Jacksonville. He did most of it during Los Angeles Super Bowl run. Look how vicious he is. They're going to bring that to Miami. And then on the opposite side, you got Tua with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek
yeah.
Hill. Oh my goodness,
Bro, yeah, if I'm Jalen Ramsey, bro, I'm guarding Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill all practice.
all
All
practice
practice.
long.
Whole time, bro.
You can run around with them in practice. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter who you throw at me on Sunday. They can put Jalen Ramsey all over the field. So, and he's that type of player. So, man, the dude is only 28. He at the prime, man. Miami wants it. Miami's acting like they want it. So, and I don't think Buffalo's the class of the AFC East anymore. Simply because they got corners that can guard every position on that field. When it comes to Buffalo, all right, Steph Diggs. If you got Jalen Ramsey there, but I definitely have Howard on this side too. So if you want to line up in a slot, that's okay. We'll have somebody follow you. So, and I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Patriots, but we have to see what the Jets are doing. That's the whole. We're just waiting on this Aaron Rodgers thing.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, yeah, if the Bills want a fighting chance, especially after this trade, bro, they gotta get their run game going. Like they need a solid running back, man.
Yeah, and it needs to happen. It needs to be Austin Eckler. It has to be Austin
Yeah.
Eckler
Yeah.
because the Bills they're about to start looking like the third best team in that division.
Oh yeah.
if that trade comes in the next couple of days And
Hey.
Aaron is in New York. Yeah, the Bills going. Hello.
Time
bro,
out.
and especially,
Okay.
bro, him and when Brees Hall gets healthy, man.
Eh, I don't know about that, man. I think y'all got my man Josh messed up, man. Just want to say that.
I'm not talking about just Josh Allen, but these
Yeah,
guys are losing defenders. Von Miller won't be back till midway through the season,
Fact.
and when Von Miller's injury ruined Buffalo's entire chances because
yeah.
Yeah.
they immediately became vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh, and who else was it? I can't remember his first names. I just remember the Edmond brothers. I think this is his. Either this is his last year, or they didn't pick up his option for this year or something. And then
Nope. Yeah,
yeah,
Tremaine
and then there was
Edmonds, he'll be in Chicago.
oh, you think so?
Oh no, I know. So I got the notification. Tremaine Edmonds is in Chicago for 4 years, 72 mil, 50 million of it
Oh,
guaranteed.
I didn't even get that. Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yeah, there you go. I mean, he was a big part of that defense, man.
oh
Huge.
yeah, and we still don't know what's going on with Jordan Poyer. They're gonna have to resign him. They need to resign him, but it's gonna be tough. So like, ugh.
He
I
said he wants it to be sunny out all the time, man.
I understand. Josh Allen's still gonna be the second best quarterback in that. Might even have something to say about being the best quarterback in that division, but that's not taking anything away from Tua. He just got to be there on the field. If he's there on the field and they got the defense set up the way it looks on paper, man, it's gonna be a tough out. Miami's gonna be a tough out,
Yeah.
especially when you playing in Miami. Now, them guys playing on the road, that might be something different. But if you come into South Florida and you thinking, man, okay, that's good. That's gonna be a tough team. Tua, just be healthy, please. Damn, man.
Please, bro. Please.
No, because the team looked so legit when they were
Yeah.
healthy and they were firing on all cylinders.
One of the best offense in the league.
Yeah, I mean, 35-14 in the fourth against Baltimore. Did they win? That was a crazy game.
Yeah. Shoot.
Shohei Ohtani has been on a tear so far in the World Baseball Classic. As his home country of Japan just made it look easy. They're 4-0 in the early stages of the tournament. So, Cam, is this a preview of a season to remember from the former MVP?
Man, I'd like to hope so. This dude's playing. This dude is playing out of his mind, bro. I mean, pitching's there. He's batting 500, 8 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 home run, and that was just for the pool rounds, man. I mean, what else do you need from somebody like that? Yeah, one MVP for Pool B. I mean, bro, the guy is unstoppable. Like, I forget how many strikeouts he had against China, bro, but like, he just made it look easy, bro. He's just playing catch right now with these guys, and bro, I hope that he stays healthy this entire season, bro, because if he does, I mean, I'll call it now. That's the MVP right there.
Facts. I'm with it.
Yeah. No. He's playing like he's on a mission. Like he's playing like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be a free agent, and you're gonna have to pay me, and I'm gonna show you exactly why I'm worth every dime. So
Absolutely.
he might want to call a couple of his teammates from Japan and come holler at him in LA to be with him with the Angels, man. And you need Mike Trout healthy, so it can't be done by itself. But man, the numbers you just said are ridiculous for any event. I don't care what this is, like, because these are still the best athletes of each country. So like, this is still some top tier competition, and he's making it look easy.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
and he had 7 walks, by the way. I don't I don't remember how many of those were intentional. I know at least like I think it was 2 of them were intentional, and one of them was when the bases were loaded.
oh wow, I
Yeah,
said we agree
this
on that.
man, this man. I'm gonna just say it, and there's a lot of guys out there. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, um, Ronald Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez. There's guys out there that there are alphas, but this guy is at the top of the list. He's
Turn,
and that wasn't even me talking about pitchers. That was just talking about
yeah,
hitters.
those hitters. Yeah.
That was just position players, and he's still at the top of the list.
For him to be
When we
pitching
talking
at
about
that
pitching,
level
oh my
and
god.
hitting at that level, man, that's just wild, bro.
Yeah, I've only read about the historic two-way players, the guys that've done it, the pitching and the hitting, but actually seeing it, this is
This is
unbelievable.
different.
Yo,
Yeah, bro,
he's
and
definitely number one.
seeing him succeed, bro, seeing him like dominate at both positions. That's I don't know, man. Like just from playing baseball for as long as I did, bro. Like I'll catch things that like most people won't really catch. Like if they just watch baseball here and there, they kind of watch it sometimes. Like because I remember learning shit like just from being in practice and stuff, and like I'll see it watching games, and be like, oh, I remember doing something like that, right? But like seeing this dude dominate the way that he is, brother, this shit is nuts at that level. Like I don't think people really like understand if they don't really know baseball like that. Like they really don't understand how hard it is to do what he is doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, because there's position players is not doing it as well as he doing, and that's their only job. So he
Right.
got to go on the mound and really understand and really dissect the game from a whole different level. So his mind is crazy. That's just it. He should be the odds-on betting favorite in Caesar's sports book for MVP, and if not, then Vegas should trick because that's where my money's lying at. I'm trying to tell you, I'm putting the over on the odds on Tiny's MVP.
Give me 100 grand, and I ain't got 100 grand.
Simple as that. I guarantee you, I'm taking it to the bank right now. All right, now it's March Madness time. The brackets are, and you can do your ESPN bracket challenge. ESPN cut me a promo. We see upsets all the time, and we see teams playing well through damage. Alabama Crimson Tide are the number one overall seed, playing very well, winning the SEC in the regular season and in the tournament. Duke Blue Devils, ACC champs, have won 9 straight going into the tournament. The last time they had a winning streak that big going into the NCAA tournament was the last time they won in 2014, 2015. Now, Kansas lost in the Big 12 tournament, but still secured a number one seed. There was some talk, whispers around that they should have been the number one overall seed. I don't know if I agree with that, but let's get into it. Which first round matchup are you looking forward to the most? I can kick it off. I'll go with that Kansas team I was just talking about. So Kansas, they started off, they're the defending champs. All right. So and they're coming back to defend the crown. It's been a while since we've seen back-to-back champions. I don't know that I see Kansas being as tough as teams might see it. So, and I like how this Howard team is. This Howard team really fought through their conference tournament and earned their spot. So, I just want to see how Kansas is missing a couple players, but they got the guy KJ Adams. He's a monster on defense. Dewan Harris, we don't know if he's playing. Jalen Wilson, 20 points per game score. Grady Dick is a great rotational player. So, but I gotta see it because Howard understands that Kansas is vulnerable. So I got to see if Kansas is going to answer the bell because they got blown out in that Big 12 championship game. Last time they were on the court, they lost, and they still number one seed. So I'm
That's a
intrigued to
fact.
see how Howard goes for it. And it would be lovely to see Howard upset them.
It
Not for
would
my
though.
bracket, though. Not for my bracket, though.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, not man. That would mess my bracket up. Only a little bit though.
But it would be nice. Shoot, I don't know, man. I like that Penn State Texas A&M matchup, man. I think it's gonna be close, but I mean, I might have to go with Penn State. If I had to pick a team, I probably had to pick Penn State. I mean, Jalen Pick is balling. I mean, their 3 point percentage is like 38%, and Texas 3 point percentage is like 32%. So I'm like, okay, if I gotta pick just based off of stats, I would have to pick Penn State. But honestly, based off of just playing, I'm still picking Penn State because they've been
Yeah,
out there balling.
yeah.
Like,
Penn State put up a good fight, very tough fight against a very good Purdue team
yeah.
in the Big Ten championship game. So Penn State should be one of those teams that should be one of those sleeper Cinderella teams that's in your brackets.
And if I'm not mistaken, they won like four of their last five.
Penn State, they're balling with a purpose.
Yeah, man. Oh wait, they just lost to Purdue.
Yeah, they just lost in the championship.
But it was all good though.
That's Zach Edey. He's going to be the Wooden Award winner. He's just that boy's different.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, man, that's gonna be a close game though. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be a real close game.
Yeah, like for me, man, I like the Creighton and NC State game. Um,
I like that.
Man, I'm a little biased in football because I feel like every year NC State always upsets somebody in the ACC every year, and so that's why it drew my attention to that. But I mean, I grew up, Creighton's a big time name, basketball wise, um, so I mean, I've kind of liked watching them too, but seeing them, and their record, 21-12, and then NC State coming in at an 11 seed, have a record of 23-10. I feel like teams like that, that's anybody's game at that point. Um, so NC State could come up with an upset. Not, I mean, I don't have that on my bracket sheet,
Yeah, I didn't
but
have it on mine.
but right. But I mean, I think that's I think that's the game I'm looking forward to most. And being a little more biased, Charleston, which is y'all know where Charleston is, man. They're balling right now,
Yeah,
and they could possibly be a Cinderella team as well. Sitting at 31-3, man, they could make a run. So yeah, that'd be cool to see Charleston actually do something this year too.
man.
Yeah,
North
I
Carolina.
seen Charleston with 31 wins. I'm like, bro, what the?
Right?
Yeah,
It's always some teams that's on the map. It's unfortunate because Duke is so high and they got a fifth seed and they won it. I don't understand how that happened. And they drew Oral Roberts first. Oral Roberts has won 30 games. It's just that Duke team is ready. They're primed
Oh yeah.
and it's unfortunate that was their first draw was Duke. Like, damn, if y'all could have drew Miami first or even VCU, a team like that, then cool, y'all had a chance. And I really like this Oral Roberts team. Like I said, 30-5, but man, I don't understand how you 30-5 in your 12th seed. I don't. That will never make any sense to me. But it's tough. It's tough. With
hey,
that
you know
being
what? You
said,
know what other game gonna be close though?
what's that?
That Arizona West Virginia game. That's gonna be some bump too. Uh, That's gonna be a real close game. I'm trying to tell you, I'm watching all the close games up close. I'm trying to tell you.
I think I think that Alabama, once they get into their fold, I think it's going to be really tough to beat these guys, even the the way that the bracket is set up. They could possibly, if Duke does what they need to do, that could be that Final Four matchup, Alabama and Duke, which would be very, very good. We get to see Flipowski against Brandon Miller, and Brandon Miller's projected number 2 overall pick in NBA draft. So, man, with that being said, I think I already gave away my answer. I got Alabama taking it just because that guy Brandon Miller is that dude.
Oh yeah.
Who wins the NCAA title? I got the Roll Tide.
I'm biased, bro. I gotta be biased.
Man, if I was gonna be biased, SEC represent, that's who I'd be picking, but not so fast, not so fast. I think Houston is gonna take it.
Shoot, man.
So I got Houston losing to Alabama in my bracket in the title. So I'm not mad at the Houston choice.
So yeah, I got Bama in the final game too, man. It's hard to. Bama's just balling, bro. It's hard to not put them in the national championship. It's hard to not put them there. But yeah, man, Houston's been doing their thing too, bro. I think that they can make it. I got a couple of upsets in here though. They might get through a few teams, in order to get that championship. But yeah, that's who I got.
So here's my question.
Mm.
Out of the first 2 games, South Carolina and Norfolk and South Florida and Marquette, right? Who y'all got winning that first game? South Carolina and Norfolk.
You talking about the women's bracket?
Yeah.
Oh, I got South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South
I
Carolina.
ain't mean to jump real quick, but
South Carolina.
No, because I got South Carolina winning the whole thing.
Yeah,
on the women's
They
side.
should. I hope so. Yeah.
boy, ain't no shit about it. Them girls out there doing some damage, boy.
Now UCF Marquette, and then that's one of those 8-9 matchups where you really have to flip a coin about all. Man, you really have to flip a coin. I'm gonna pick Marquette.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah,
one of
bro,
those
ball.
matchups. It's and that's the best thing about those the NCAA tournament. Those 8-9 matchups, even those 5-12 matchups, those 4-13 matchups. It's gonna be some of the best basketball all season, and can't wait for the upsets. Can't wait for the silver rather thing. I sure hope I picked the right one.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because you got to pick one on these brackets. You just never
Yeah.
know. You just never know. I was like, oh man, I really hope I picked the right one.
I ain't gonna lie to you though.
Upset.
I do got North Carolina coming out with that upset. Sorry.
The North Carolina women?
No.
You said North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, NC State.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do got
NC State over crazy.
It's North Carolina, bro. Like, it's just,
No, it's NC State.
my bad, bro. But I'm telling you, they just pull it off, like every time. You know why I keep saying North Carolina? I'm sitting here looking at the UNC. I'm sitting here looking at their.
I was
stats.
like, UNC bum ass ain't making the tournament.
I ain't worried about UNC.
Bum ass ain't making the tournament.
I am not concerned about UNC. And to all UNC fans, I'm glad y'all ain't make it.
Oh, bum ass.
Same.
Same. I mean, Georgetown didn't make it either, but we ain't talking about that.
Hey.
Oh, man. Do y'all know how hard it is? Sorry, bro. I was just going to make a quick joke real quick. Do you know how hard it is to be – you know how hard it is to be an SEC champ, a Natty champ, and an ACC champ in one season, bro? It's exhausting out here, bro. Just saying.
Aren't you an Atlanta fan?
I am, bro. I am.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm not gonna let you live that down, okay?
I know, bro. So Duke, bro. I started watching them when I was a kid, bro. I grew up watching Duke because Georgia was, I mean, still is ass in basketball,
Right.
bro. So I guess I've been a bandwagon fan of Duke since I was like, I don't know, 6, 7. So I just been a fan of them, bro, ever since then.
I feel you. Yeah, same here. I've been a fan since I was young. I only root for the Alabama basketball teams. I root for their football team.
Yeah, yeah, okay, all right. Now, remember those. Now, remember those NFL transactions that we talked about earlier in the show do not take place until Wednesday at 4 p.m. when a new
Fact.
NFL league year kicks off, and you can catch us here breaking down all the madness. It's even more madness that we didn't even talk about today. But like a good, like my good sandwich place, it's a wrap, people. And you know what time it is. Drum roll, please.
Good sandwich place.
All right, so I don't get why Marvel doesn't use the Hulk to advertise more. He's basically one big banner.
You can't use somebody named Bruce as a joke.
I didn't. What you talking about? I said banner.
What? His last name?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Cut the show. Cut.
It's one big. Y'all hate. Y'all know y'all hate. One big banner. Oh.